We have an exciting new product from 11 Audio. It's actually an update of an existing product, and this is the Sagra DAC 2. And the Sagra's been out for a number of years now. It's their best DAC. It's an R2R style DAC. This second edition or second version that came about here in 2025 added some features that the original one didn't have. It now sports a volume control on the front, so you can actually adjust the volume and use it as a preamp, where before it was a fixed output. There's also a remote control that comes with it, and the remote allows you to select inputs as well as change the volume, which is kind of cool. So you could put this on an audio rack somewhere off to the side of the room and use it to control an entire system, as well as 2-channel and headphones. Pretty universal in terms of a DAC. It has balanced and XLR outs, so you could technically run this single-ended to one amplifier or one system and balance to another. And just turn the amplifiers or the other end off when not in use. It's got multiple SPDIF inputs, including RCA and BNC style, USB input, optical input, and AES-EBU balanced inputs. It also sports a HDMI connector in the back, which is designed specifically for I2S. And while not very popular in terms of a digital format, I know companies like PS Audio and such have used it. And it's just real easy to use a HDMI style cable because they exist everywhere. In terms of AC power, it also has a switch on the rear, so you can set it for 110 volts or 230, so for worldwide operation. And it takes the standard 3-prong IEC style AC cord. On the rear panel is also a main on-off switch, which will completely disconnect power from the unit. Being the second iteration of this DAC, not only did they add the functionality of a volume control and remote, but they also added improvements in the sonic character of it. And some of it has occurred over time, and some of it is just culminated into what this DAC is now. Improvements in the power supply, the power transformer, the regulation, some of the biasing and circuitry have all amounted to what now stands as just a higher resolution R2R. The original Sagra was beautiful and smooth sounding, but just slightly soft on top. This one brings that out more. You get more of a sense of space and air in the top. Not that the original was a slouch, but more of that occurs on this model number 2. For those of you who are familiar with it, the sound of an R2R DAC, the Sagra is one of the most refined ones out there that we're aware of. It's very quiet, black backgrounds. It's smooth. It presents itself as this fullness to the sound. It's got very good bass extension. It's not shy at all in the bottom end. And what ultimately means is that for most headphone systems in particular, it's a stellar source. It gives you this sense of fullness and bottom end heft, and we've used it for years now on many different systems, different amplification and so on. And 2-channel systems, I use it at home in a 2-channel system, a stereo system, as well as a headphone source. It's really phenomenal in terms of its sound quality. It's highly refined. And it's got a lot of competition though nowadays. There's, but I think within the price point of this DAC being just shy of $4,000 US, it fits right in the middle perfectly, and in fact will excel in comparison to some more expensive model R2R DACs on the market because of its smooth tone to sound, and yet inner detail that pops out at you. It's excellent with all genres of music. It plays rock and roll great because it can do bottom end very well, and the bass definitely is not shy. Jazz, blues, classical, you name it. It's very good in terms of dynamics, dynamic range. The Sagra DAC has a 27-bit R2R architecture and supports up to DSD 256 as well as up to 384 24-bit PCM. It is plug and play with any Mac-style computer or iPad or phone, and it will natively work with a PC. However, you should download the driver from our website for this board in order to support most of the higher res features. One of the primary reasons this DAC has such a smooth sounding output is due to the fact that it uses Class A amplifier circuitry from the R2R board right to the outputs. Anyone who's been an audiophile knows that Class A bias circuitry just tends to be smoother, lacks crossover distortion, where what that might occur in, particularly in very low levels in AB or any other circuit style topology. So, that combined with the fact that it runs a bit warm really gives it this warmer sound, and yet at the same time, clarity and detail to the source, and very quiet backgrounds. So, again, all in all, this is absolutely one of my favorite R2R DACs on the market. And we've tried a number of them, both here and at trade shows. And the price point's perfect. It fits in with the marketplace. This Sagra DAC 2 also sports 4 filter settings: linear, mixed, minimum, and soft. So that gives you the ability to kind of tailor the tonality of this depending on your system and your amplification and your headphones or speakers that you're using, which is kind of cool. To us, there's no recommendation as to which filter setting to use. You basically need to go through them and try them yourselves and decide what works for you and your listening style. Who's the Sagra DAC 2 for? If you're looking for a source that never really goes bright on you, doesn't get sibilant, plays all genres extremely well, very good bottom end and bass performance, highly dynamic nature, and clear to the source with a very quiet background, this will cover it. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions about the Sagra DAC 2, give us a call or email us. We can go over your system and let you know how it would fit in, make sure it's the proper fit for what you're trying to do. We stock the Sagra DAC. It's sold on the Abyss website. Most Abyss dealers also have access to the 11 Audio line and either stock or can get a hold of it for you. So anywhere you are in the world, check with your Abyss dealer. They probably have availability to the 11 Audio stuff. On that note, thank you for watching. Take care, everyone.